Hello students, welcome to class, welcome to the Learn and Practice Institute, the Institute for Complete Learning, and today we will read the second part or the part 2 of the chapter 2 of class 7 science, that is the nutrition in animals. In nutrition in animals, we will go through the digestive part. We have already read the digestive part of the human, and now we will read the digestive part of few grass-eating animals and few unicellular organisms. Okay, so let's go for the grass-eating animals. Grass-eating animals means it is very much popular everywhere in the world, that is cow. Okay, so cow's digestive system we are going to read. So this is the entire digestive system of cows. Now, when we are saying the cows, we have to go for the food habit of the cow. We know that cow is a herbivorous animal, right? And herbivorous animals means they take the grasses or grass-like plants, or plants like, it means the plants or grass that contains the chlorophyll into itself, and where they eat the grasses, it means the grass contains lots of cellulose, right? And the cellulose based foods are needed or are popular only for themselves. So we can say that staple food of the cow is the grasses, okay, the green grasses. So how do they digest the cellulose? We know that they are chewing the grass, and then they are just engulfing through their esophagus. But how do they use to digest itself? The digestion process not like us. Actually, we do not take the grasses easily. Okay, or whenever we are taking the plant or the animals food, at first we have to cook them. If it is popular for raw materials, so as a raw materials we take, or if it is cooked food, we have to cook the food. Got it? Because cook the food helps us to digest properly inside the body, but they do not need the food that is totally cooked. The raw foods also they take, as the grass contains the cellulose, so the cellulose used to digest in their body by few type of bacteria or few type of protozoans. Got it? The bacteria protozoans that is contained in their digestive part, but not in our body. That very microorganisms helps to digest the cellulose. Got it? Cellulose means a very much complicated part of the carbohydrate, and all those carbohydrates of the cellulose part are being taken or are being digested by the organism that is known as the cellulase. That is known as the cellulase. Okay, cellulase is the enzyme. Cellulase is the enzyme that helps to digest the cellulose. Along with cellulase, the microorganisms like the bacterium and the protozoans are needed for digestion. Now we will go for how to digest. It means the root path, the path of the digestion process in their body. So let's go for it. We can look, there are different very complicated part is there inside the stomach portion. Got it? It starts from the mouth, and mouth to esophagus is esophagus, and after that it is a big sac-like structure, this is the rumen, and after that is small ball-like structure, this is the omasum, and this portion, this oval shaped portion is the reticulum. Then this portion, slimy portion, is the abomasum, and this portion is the small intestine. Then it is the colon portion. Colon we do not read, no need to read, and this is the large intestine. So and this is the cecum portion. So the total complicated portion is there inside their stomach. Now we will go through that how do they take the food and where does it go at first. We know that the while the cow used to take or graze the field, at that very time, at the time they used to continuously they used to graze the field, right? They do not stand. We give the food, then we wait for at least 1 minute or at least 60 seconds for chewing the food and for engulfing, then we take the another lump, right? But they continuously eat the food. But how does it digest? If we take the food or if we do not chew the food, so it will hamper our digestive system anyhow. But they have a chance. What does they do? When they are taking the grass at a time, they used to chew inside their food along with the salivary part, and the another part, the carbohydrate digestate, that enzymes, those which are present in their body, they used to chew it in a very semi-chewed manner. Semi-chewed means the food, the grass that is taken inside their food at a time continuously, it is not chewed completely. Hardly 30% to 40% out of 100% it is chewed. Then only these 30% chewed grasses are taken inside this large sac-like inner structure. Look, this structure, this is known as the rumen. So first of all, they keeps inside the rumen. Rumen is the first stomach part, in the body. In cow's body, four stomachs are present, four part of the stomach are present. Okay, the first one is rumen. So inside the rumen, first of all, it has taken, when they are taking the food, okay, when they are taking the or engulfing the semi-chewed food, semi-chewed, not completed chewed, semi-chewed. Okay, and all those semi-chewed food is known as CUD card. Okay, CUD card. It means they used to take the card at first, CUD card. After that, this card that is present inside it, this amount of the card, when cow used to go for rest, at that very time they used to chew itself. Okay, what does they chew? They take a very small amount of this card again back from here to esophagus, means they through the esophagus can take from the rumen the half scarred portion from here again to the mouth. Okay, inside the mouth they take that card again and they chew it completely at the resting phase. When they are in resting phase or they are taking the rest, that time is to chew the card portion, means the semi chewed food or the card. Okay, they used to chew it and make the chewing in a complete way. Then again they go back it to the rumen. They goes back into the rumen. Okay, now from here the internal digestion has started. When the complete semi-digestion food has come as here as a complete or totally, what is it, the liquid portion of the food is present over here. Now the digestion by the bacterium and the protozoan has started inside it. So first of all, it will complete at the first stomach, first part of the stomach, that is the rumen. After that it comes. So if we go through this very process, it means we can say that we can conclude that the animals that contains in their body, in the stomach, the half chewed food, and again they used to graze or they used to take the food in their mouth from the stomach, those process is known as the ruminants. Okay, rumination, this process is known as the rumination. And the animal, those who used to do such type of practice throughout their digestion process are known as the ruminants animal. Okay, such as the cow, such as goat. Got it? So such type of herbivorous animals are under the ruminants, and their process is the rumination process. Got it? So in those three ruminants or the ruminant animals like cow, first of all the food has gone to the rumen. After that the food will take inside the reticulum. From rumen to reticular. Reticulum is the second part of the stomach in cow's body. In reticulum, this food portion has come. It means this type of oval shaped structure. The food has come from here to here. Understand? Now here is also it will be digested. Somehow it will be digested. After that, whenever this portion is completed, this food will come into the abomasum. This food will go to the omasum. This is the omasum portion. Where is the omasum? Omasum. Oh, sorry. This will go for the omasum. So this ball-like structure is the omasum, and in this portion, the food digestion, it will go. Okay. The food that is completely digested in this portion. Now, from here, at the last part, the last chamber, it is said the chamber, last chamber of the stomach, it will come as the abomasum, means from here to here. This abomasum portion. Now from abomasum portion, when it will come, then gradually it moves through the small intestine. This is the small intestine. Okay, look, here it is the small intestine. So through the small intestine, it will move through it. And this sac-like portion is known as the colon. It is known as the colon. And some cecum also helps in it. And it is colon. Now from this colon, the food goes to the large intestine, and whenever the waste particle goes to the large intestine, after that it goes as a waste from the outside, in the outside. Okay, so this is the entire process. It means the main works are held in the fourth chamber of the stomach. In fourth chamber, first of all rumen, then reticulum, then omasum, then abomasum. Four chambers are rumen, then reticulum, then omasum, then abomasum. Okay, these are the four chambers, and you must have to mention it whenever you are going for the ruminants animals digestive system. Got it? So in this way you have to discuss about it. Got it? So these the process of the digestion in the grass eating animals. Now we will go for the unicellular organisms body and their digestion. Okay, let's go for it. Digestive system in unicellular organism we can take amoeba. Okay, let's take a shape in the body. Is there any shape in the body? No, actually they are totally jelly based part, na? And it has a very thin cell membrane. Then cytoplasm is there throughout their body. So this is the cytoplasm. Then few bubble shaped food vacuoles are present. These are food vacuoles, or normally the vacuoles are present. Got it? Then the nucleus is present. So these are the common. This is the common part, common figure of the amoeba. Amoeba they have no proper structure in their body. It is a jelly-based part, and unicellular only one cell. You can observe the cell membrane. This is the cell membrane, and this is the nucleus, and this is the food vacuole. Food vacuole. Got it? What is the function of it? When they have digestive system, we know that they have no proper digestive system. But if they have no digestive system, throughout their body they used to digest the food. Mainly, whenever they used to move from one place to another, they used to just stretch their body parts. There's no exact body parts in their body. Any part of their body, they can stretch it out. Okay, so the stretch, you can observe that these two portion has stretched to catch something. Suppose here is an insect. Here is a small insect or small any microbial part. So this portion it used to engulf and it used to take inside its body, and then it is kept inside the food vacuoles. Got it? And the food vacuoles helps to digest the food properly in their body. No other digestion system. And the movement or the stretching of the body parts of their body to move from one place to another in a very gradual way, this portion is known as pseudopodia. Pseudopodia. Okay, so pseudopodia helps them to move from one place to another in a gradual manner, as well as it also helps to catch the food. Okay, and after that the food goes through its body, as it is very thin cell membrane, so through it can engulf easily, and the engulfed food items goes to food vacuoles, and after that it is digested, and the waste particles from the another side. So this is the waste material, and this waste material goes out from the another part. So in this way they used to complete their digestive system, and unicellular organisms have no proper structure, have no proper shape, so that's why they cannot make they have no also the digestive system in a proper way. So this is the entire part, this is the leftover part in the part 2. So hope students you have understand in a proper way, and if there is any problem in understanding, must ask me. Okay, read well and stay well. Thank you so much.